Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So myself Komalpal, presently SD2 at Dell Technology. So today we are having Shubhankit with us and he is ML engineer for time being and before that he was data scientist for a couple of years. He has also mentored over 500 students in data science domain. So this was all about him, but this was just in technical stuff. But apart from that, he's also a content creator and he has been LinkedIn top voice. So now, as he's data scientist, so let us know more about data science from him because we all know that basically my channel audience is more towards SD domain, but it would be great to know a little bit more about data science because it's been so much these days because of ChatGPT and so other stuff. So it would be great to know about all of these. So let us first know about the journey of his of becoming the data scientist. So over to you.
Thank you so much, Komal, for that introduction. So, yeah, guys, my name is Shubhankit. I'm currently working, as Komal said, in Worldwide Technology as a machine learning engineer. Before this, I worked in Accenture as a data scientist, and before that, I was working as a data analyst. So, after I completed my graduation from NIT Jaipur, I started learning in the field of data science from all the resources that were possible, both free resources and paid resources. And then, step by step, as I gained more skills, I moved toward the role of data scientist and started with Accenture. And yeah, currently I think I'm working fine at machine learning engineer at Worldwide Technology.
Okay. So now what things a data scientist should know? Because we want to just know a little bit more about all those stuff. So it would be good if you let us know about all that.
So, Komal, you must have seen there was a quote, that data scientist is a sexiest job of a 21st century. And, it's kind of a true as well, because that designation sounds cool, right? But behind that designation, there is a, whole pool of skills that you should know, both technical skills and communication skills and your, soft skills and also the mathematics and the business part. So if somebody is starting in the field of data science, they have to know a good amount of coding, not an expert level of coding. You don't need DSA, you don't need you know competitive programming and anything like that, but intermediate level of Python is compulsory if you're starting in your if you want to become a data scientist. And you have to have a good knowledge of SQL, and there are tools like Power BI, Tableau for visualization. Basically, it has everything from sourcing your data to deploying your machine learning model. So when I say deploy, there will be some tools that will be used for deployment of applications, and those are similar tools that people use in software development. For example, I worked on a application development and I use Django there. So I'm not a software developer, but I use a web framework to deploy an application for my machine learning model. So you have to know that things as well, but those are not compulsory, those are project based. Apart from that, the other important thing and the thing that people struggle at, or it's kind of a roadblock in the journey of data science, and that thing is mathematics and statistics. And the reason for that is that statistics, there's a part in statistics that we don't study till our 12th. If somebody is doing their graduation in mathematics or graduation in statistics, they will be learning those things. But I think people can learn that if they learn an approach where they use it, where they learn the theory and they apply it in practical ways. So that if you follow that approach, you can learn statistics as well. So yeah, that is kind of a roadmap to become a data scientist. If you have to become a data scientist, then you have to have all these skills. And apart from that, if you indulge yourself in the data industry, then you kind of make a deal with the process of continuous learning, right? So it will not be like you learned one thing and now you can sit and do that thing for 2 or 3 years. Because again, as you said, right, we have ChatGPT, we have other LLM models, which are automating things. So that machine is learning continuously, so you cannot stop your learning. Yeah, so that will be my answer for that.
Okay. As per your answer, what I see is you told statistic is important, mathematics is important, and coding is like not required as a CP level coding means but Python, and in that Python also you should be knowing good amount of Python means oops concept should be good, right? Then only you would be able to write a code means a scalable code basically. And regarding the maths and the statistic, So regarding that maths, basically all the CP people who are there, they are also means if you want to do CP, so your maths should be also good. So anyhow, those who are doing CP and even those who are into DSA, they would be like good enough into that maths. And regarding statistic, are you more highlighting toward permutation combination means PNC and probability stuff, right? That you are more focusing on for stats part.
So
Okay.
I would say, Komal, when you talk about statistics, there is a different branch. Yeah, obviously probability and your permutation combination
Mhm.
are there, but they are less focused compared to other things of inferential statistics and descriptive statistics. There's a complete branch of statistics that you have to learn. For this one example of hypothesis testing is there, which includes a lot of statistics.
Okay, fine. Means that means a complete depth knowledge of statistics that you want to convey, right? Because
Yeah,
anyhow, till now, what I because as you also highlighted, till graduation also, we were just learning about probability and PNC. But apart from
yeah,
that, there are some more levels of statistics which need to be learned for
yeah,
data science roles.
yeah,
Okay, got it. So basically, like common things in between the software role and data science role, and even any other role where maths is also required and other stuff. So that is the maths which is there. Statistics need to be, uh, we need to go into much depth if we want to go toward
yeah,
data science. But if we don't
yeah,
want to go toward data science, if we want to go toward the software engineering, then that upper level statistics that is fine, which I told about PNC and uh, that probability, and
yeah,
the other stuff like anyhow language specific in SDE roles, language specification at the earlier stage that is not so much like we are not so much into language specification because anyhow we can learn any new language anytime. Only thing is that oops concept that
yeah,
are somehow same in all the languages. So in that
yeah,
context, anyhow for data scientists and for SD roles, both of these languages would be anyhow learning them would be a same thing only. Only difference which I can see is in statistics. And apart from that, you told about that databases which are there, and even means MongoDB, and that is under the database one. Those software engineers also do as per the role based actually. So yeah, what I can see is main focus is on the statistic depth part, which I can differentiate clearly.
yeah,
Any other thing you want to add into the
yeah.
same?
I'll just add one more concept of machine learning as well. But if you learn mathematics and statistics, then they are the base for machine learning. If you learn them properly, so you can then learn machine learning as well, because the concepts are same. It's just applying different logic for different algorithms. So that's one additional thing. But it's coming from mathematics and statistics. So I think we covered that one as well. And then these are the things for you're starting. It's kind of a starter pack for data science, right? And you move ahead. As you move ahead, you'll have more things. You'll have deep learning, you'll have GI and many more things. But these are kind of a starter pack for data science. If you want to apply for the position of data science, you should be good in these things.
Okay. So
Yep.
now comes the part that the technical skills about that LLM models and so on, because nowadays, because of the chat GPT and so on, we hear a lot about the LLM models. Could you just elaborate more about the same, like what other things a data scientist are doing apart from
Yeah.
just
So
means basically. Mm.
yeah, got your point. So I would say that I'll cover a couple of things here. So I can also talk about how that chat GPT, like in easy term we use chat GPT, but there are many things behind that, and how will it shape the future of work. And then I like to know your opinion on that as well as a software developer. That the chat gpt, these things are just utilizing a big information, right? So for example, if I'm working as a data scientist and I'm working on one project, so I have some data with me. Okay, and now when I use those data in my project, I have that limited data and I'm doing some algorithm stuff on that. So when a company like OpenAI is making a tool like ChatGPT, they have access and they acquired access, or they've sourced the data, and somehow they have collected a huge amount of data. You can say that you have scrapped all the internet, right? All the internet data they have scrapped, which was publicly available and legally available to them. They have scrapped all the data, and on the basis of that, they have trained their model. So it's just a very highly trained model, machine learning model. It's a very highly trained machine learning model that is available out there, right? So when a data scientist working right now, so what we are doing that there is a obviously now we have that one highly trained model available that can run on any data, right? So there is a less demand of traditional machine learning model, but still a good knowledge of traditional machine learning model is quite important if you want to work properly in those high LLM models, right? So for example, there's a library of LangChain that allows you to work on those LLM models, right? But to understand that, you will have to have a good knowledge of the basics of fundamental data science, then only you can work on that. And other thing is, these things are new, not everyone is an expert in that. So even if a company is writing these things in their job descriptions, when you sit in the interview, you are asked fundamentals of machine learning, fundamental data science. You're not asked these fundamentals of LLM model. Why? Because they know that these things are a learning process, everyone is learning them, right? So you're not expected to be an expert in this, but you are expected to know what it is, and you're expected to be an expert in the fundamentals of data science. I guess that answers your question, Gomul. But I'll also like to know your opinion on the same. Like, what do you think is a future of work according to you and according to a software developer rules?
Okay. If I just take example of LLM models in general, means whether it would be ChatGPT or even the Copilot or Codium, which are being used in companies. So now
Yep.
here the thing is like because these days people are more scared that if AI is coming, so their jobs are at loss or something like that. But after working with these stuff, like either it is ChatGPT, which is readily available to everyone, Copilot is
Mhm.
also readily available to a lot of people, and some things are there which are just company specific, means whatever the company has provided access to their code base. So there are a lot
Mhm.
of things like that. But now the thing is, like after using these things for time being, what I can means what I just you can better say that what I realized about all these things is that whatever people who are just basic knowledge into, I'm presently just talking about software engineering role. Other roles
Mhm.
presently I am not that much aware of that what they are facing or what their opinions are. But as per my opinion, the things are like these is ChatGPT and so on stuffs which are there. So whosoever is having just basic knowledge, means the people who are not that much highly skilled into the product knowledge as well as the technical knowledge. So
Mhm.
those people with basic knowledge, their jobs are at loss because the thing is every basic thing easily ChatGPT or any other AI tool can easily do. But all those highly skilled people which are into any company, they are
Yep.
still required even when these AI tools would be at their highest, means well trained in the coming future as well. Because anyhow, the way the computer which is there, anyhow, in the past, if we see calculations were done on mini computers and then advanced version of computers came and so on. But anyhow, for operating those, who was required, that was a human being. So that's why
Yep.
for all these stuffs, even if they become at their highest point, still a human being is required, and that human being should be the highly skilled. So
Yep.
that's anyhow my first opinion to the same. And the thing is, like all these tools which are there, these are just for our help. These are not just that we need to compete with them, we need to become much more better than them or something like that. Whatever we are, we should know that we need to be better from ourselves, means what we were and what we should be. All the roadmaps which are there, that should be with us, not just with the tools which are there. So that is the thing. And there are more things which these means basically software engineers are just not only for writing the codes, they are doing much more things than just writing the code. They are designing all the stuff for a particular product, and they are even into more stuff like even the debugging part of a particular code, or integrating various parts into a same product and getting all the resources from a lot, although getting all the resources even AI tools can do and so on. But the thing is, the context which is there, all those stuff as per till now, means the way I have used all the tools which I have noticed. So in that context, in my opinion, these all stuffs I've observed that at the end of the day, if we are highly skilled, means highly skilled software engineer, then we are safe with our jobs. And if we are lagging anyhow, means we have just some basic knowledge, like if you can, means if I just give example in the sense like if we just know ABCD and we don't know how to create words, so in
Yeah.
that context we are in loss. But the thing is we should know that how to create words from the same, because anyhow we can use these tools. The way nowadays prompt engineering is more and more getting into picture. So the thing is like in that context we can use these tool and we should know those stuffs. And anyhow, then in that context our jobs are completely safe at the end of the day if we are skilled engineers. So now over to you if you have any other opinion on the same.
Yeah, I think Komal covered it pretty well. I think we don't need to compete with the AI tools. We just need to, include them in our work. If you're working as a product manager, you would be working on an AI product manager. If you're working as a software developer, you should see that if there are some tasks in your daily routine that you can automate with an AI tool. And obviously, as you said, right, there are more things in software development than just writing a code. There's a big skill of problem solving skills. There's a big skills of logic building skills that AI tool still cannot do that much, that efficiently and that creatively as much as a human can do. So I totally agree with that point.
Yeah, exactly, the creativity which a human being has. So in that context also.
Yeah.
So now the next part which we can discuss, because apart from all data scientist stuff you are also into content creation, right?
Yeah.
So just let us know that what is the importance of um, whatever all things you are doing, and means basically the importance of that LinkedIn top voice and how you achieve that tag, so that we all could know about the same, and what all things you have done and so on. Everything could be highlighted.
Yeah. So I would say there are three things actually that help. It's advantage of personal branding. So I would say the biggest advantage is that you have more opportunities, right? If you know a bunch of people over LinkedIn who are professionally working somewhere in your similar industry, and they know about the industry, they know you, they know what you're working on. So you have a good image in front of them. They have a good image in front of you. You just have a connection with them, so you always have more opportunities compared to if somebody does not have any personal branding. You don't have any connections in the industry. Other advantage is that it builds your confidence and it builds your credibility as well. So if I am working as a data scientist, I'm posting about data science regularly. If someone sees my profile, then they'll understand that I know my stuff, right? I talk about those stuff in front of many people, so that also gives me the confidence to speak in front of many people about my opinions on a particular topic of data science, or even like in career industry or the whole IT industry. So, and the third part would be that it gives you more collaborative opportunities, that you can connect with different people and know about different things. I think I know you also from that LinkedIn thing as well. We connected around 2 years ago, and and I've seen your content as well, and you have seen my content as well. So that is advantage of it, that you get to know people who are working in a similar industry. You get to learn from them. So that are all the advantage of personal branding. And then how did I became a LinkedIn top voice? So I've been into field of content creation for last 4 years. I was a part of a dramatic society of my college. I started writing stories and all. That thing was always then. When I came into IT industry, I always wanted to continue that habit of writing or storytelling. And along with that, I was learning data science. So then I merged the two things. I started writing about data science, and then it gives me just that fulfillment of, if I write something, if 10 people are liking it, even if 10 people are liking it, and if just 100 people are seeing that thing, still gives you confidence. It gives you a happiness inside you, that okay, those 10 people are liking my content. So you have that motivation to write that again. You are also a content creator, so you can relate to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then the later part is that I think it's just a process. I've been consistent, and I've been into a targeted audience of data science people who want to go into a field of data science. And I've been posting regularly new things. I've been helping out them, and I've been commenting on discussions, right? and also contributing in articles. So I think that all things together comes up. So they, the LinkedIn has some algorithm on the basis of which they classify you as a top voice. But I don't think being a top voice is that big a thing. Instead, if you have many connections, that is a big thing. Like if I am sitting here, I can just, if I'm stuck in a, let's say, technical glitch in my work, I can call someone who is working into it as a data scientist in some other company, but he's my friend. I can call him and I can ask some advice. If I want to, I want to get a referral, right? That then it's an advantage that I have a good LinkedIn community. I can check from there, right? I can help people out. I can share my opinions with them. And that is all the advantage of top voice. It is just an algorithm thing. Again, I would say LinkedIn classifies you as a top voice based on algorithm. I think it's all in the process. You just have to be consistent. You have just have to be creating content for a targeted audience, and you'll have to be patient as well for that. So yeah, that is what I had to answer, Komal.
Yeah, basically because of personal branding, because a lot of people just means basically just they say that they are they DM a lot of people, but they never get revert back from them for any particular referral. Yeah, when we are having a personal brand, just ping any person because of your personal branding, the person and that person will surely see your whole profile, and you will, if you are really credible. Anyhow, if you have a personal brand, you will be credible enough. You would be already having that much image that yeah, you can easily get referral from LinkedIn as well. Because although I'm not into much getting into referrals from LinkedIn profile, means I don't ask for referrals on LinkedIn profile, but other way around for me is like whenever there are job openings, because I have a my own personal brand. So because of that stuff, the way I have curated my LinkedIn profile and so on, so in that context recruiters themselves are contacting me. So
Yep,
that I can add up that yeah,
yep,
personal branding is not just only that um means we are connecting with people, but we are not getting reverting back. But when we are having a personal brand, then when we connect to people, they surely revert us back because we have a particular personal brand. So that I just wanted to add up in your all points.
yep.
So
Totally agree to that. Yep,
yeah. So if anyone from the audience would be having any questions, they will just comment it down in this podcast. And it was really good to have you on our podcast. So yeah, next thing would be that yeah, you are also having a YouTube channel, right? So
yep,
whosoever want to get more knowledge about data science and other stuff, they can get onto your channel link and they can check it out. And yeah, anyhow, you all can share both of us channel link with your friends and colleagues. And if you really find this podcast helpful, and you can comment down your questions as well as what next podcast you would require for the next upcoming podcast series. So thanks, Shubhankit. So this was all for this podcast. Thank you.